What's up, everybody? Culinary Renegade here on my first live stream show, Legit Leftovers. So, we all know tomorrow is St. Patty's Day. So, you know what are you going to do? Everyone's going to have corned beef and cabbage. You set it up, you cook a ton of it, everyone's sick of it by the first, second day, and you got a ton left over, so what do you want to do? You can't just keep reheating it. People get tired of it. So I got a couple of recipes I'm going to do today. And seems pretty good. Hope you can all hear me out there pretty good. I got this little mic here. I don't know if it's working. So, somebody let me know if it is. And we're going to do a bunch of things. I'm going to do a corned beef cabbage soup with potato. I'm going to do a corned beef and cabbage taco panini. I'm going to do some calzones, like a Reuben calzone, and it's going to be pretty good. So, check it out here. All right, so, I had a bunch left over. All right, so I bought it at my buddy's bar. Got a couple of orders. And, of course, I'm going to cook my own. So, here we got Catfish, the TV show. What's up? Love that show. Love it. So, I'm going to start off. We're going to do some soup right now, all right? So I got an onion, which hopefully you have around. You really don't need it. So, just got to start it off with an onion. Got a little Dropkick Murphys playing right now, just to enhance the Patty's Day. All right, so we're going to dice up the onion. I'm going to have a bunch of stuff going on today. How's everyone doing anyway? Little legit leftovers, baby. It's going to do pizza. But tomorrow's Patty's Day, so I'm even wearing a kilt that I might have to show you in a little while. Well, maybe I'll show you now. Woo! Can you see? Got my kilt, got my green sneaks on. I'm all about holidays and being festive. All right, so got a pot. It's going to make a little bit of soup for you, because I need some corned beef for a bunch of stuff. And this is real easy. Butter, oil, pig fat, bacon fat, whatever you got. I'm going to use butter. Put the onion in there. What's everyone doing here on Patty's Day tomorrow? What's up? I don't even know who said that. Who said, hey, Rob? All right. Before I start anything, I'm still here. Gotta have a cocktail. I gotta have a cocktail. Come on, you got the tunes going. You need some, let me try to get this a little lower so you can see what I'm doing. All right, better. Yo, what up? Yo, Tune Army. Yeah, it's the first legit leftovers show. So, salute, St. Patty's Day. It's pretty cool. Happy from the UK. I already had a nice giant Guinness when I was picking it up. The corned beef. All right, so here we got onion going, all right? That's all you need to do right now. You got onion. Pick up some, instant mashed potatoes. You might have them laying around your house. You don't really need them, but it's good to thicken up the soup if you don't want to be doing it forever, because everything's cooked. Right now I'm going to plug in my Foreman grill, because we're going to be doing the tacos on that. Taco panini. All right, so as the onions are going, I'm just going to sweat those out because it adds great flavor. You know, there might be onion in your leftover stuff. Right now I got carrots, potatoes, and cabbage, and corned beef. So I'm going to get the corned beef. Well, I didn't really get that much. So I'm just going to dice this up. It's going to shred. So that's it. Corned beef, done. They always give you, because when you're paying for an entree, they always give you a giant quarter piece of cabbage. Thanks a lot. It's cheap as ass, so it builds up everything. So, take it, dice it up. I mean, you can go with your corned beef sandwich with rye bread, but that gets boring. Unless you want to do like a grilled cheese with corned beef and the cabbage and some cheese and smear mayo on both sides of the bread and then grill it, and that's something a little different. But this soup is pretty killer. All right, you got carrots. Ooh, I can hear those onions going now. And you can keep them whole. I'm going to julienne them up a little bit. Yeah, I'm getting psyched up for tomorrow with a little Dropkick Murphys. All right, your carrots are getting julienne, sticked, whatever you call them. You can chop them up. You can do whatever the hell you want right now. Now you got your potatoes. They usually give you boiled potatoes with this. You don't eat them all. These are barely cooked, which is actually good for the soup, but gonna dice these puppies up. And our soup is actually almost finished. So potatoes, potatoes, potatoes. You're gonna like the other stuff I make because it's pretty easy. All you need is some tortillas. Ooh, give me a little side of mustard in there, which is going to come in handy. You don't want to throw anything out. Even if you're cooking corned beef at home, save that liquid. Put it in the fridge. The next day, all the fat is going to congeal on the top. You can scoop that off. Get rid of it if you want, or put it in the freezer because you can saute stuff in it, which is utterly delicious. Gives that briny taste. All right, so you got the onions sweated. Now what I'm going to do is chicken broth and beef broth. You know, however much you're making, doesn't go to waste because you have your, I'm going to save a little bit because I am making split pea soup and lentil soup because last week I was over in Pennsylvania and I stopped by, well, I Googled like a place for smoked meat. And I came upon this place that was fantastic. So I bought smoked pig hooves and neck bones. All right, so we got that going here. The soup is almost done. Got it picked. Irish river dancing. Oh no, I don't want to fall through the floor. But can you guys hear me all right out there with this new mic? You know what? I'm going to add a little beer to this too. A little dark Guinness. All right, I got my foreman on. I got my fry later on. This is going to be fantastic. I just want to get the soup out of the way. Which get my garbage out of here. Keep this place neat. Yo. All right. So, butter, onions. I got corned beef, cabbage, carrots, and potatoes, which is the staple that all these places give you. And odds are you're gonna have that for if you make corned beef and cabbage, or if you're out, or you go to your aunts, your grandmothers, or friends. They're always going to give you the vegetables, because everyone makes carrots, potatoes, and cabbage, and everyone eats the corned beef. So you're left with, guess what? All the veggies. So utilize them. You can mash up the potatoes with the carrots and the cabbage, mash them up, let it cool, make little patties with it, and just fry them in butter. And then serve some extra corned beef with that, or serve for breakfast with an egg on top. It's good. You can do corned beef hash. All right, good. Glad you can hear me. Who we got out there? Lamb King. You know what? I'm getting old, peeps. So, I need glasses. All right, FB Test P. What's up? Lamb skin? Lamb Xing? Whatever. So, in case you missed it, Culinary Renegade here, Rob Burmeister, chef. From winner of Cutthroat Kitchen. I was on Chopped. I was on a bunch of things. And matter of fact, in a little while, 8 o'clock tonight, my live podcast is going on with my buddy Chef Clemenza Caserta. Chewing the fat with Big and Beefy. All right. So, here we got chicken stock, beef stock, sauteed onion going. We're going to let that boil. Now, what's the next thing you want to do? We're going to go, man the cam, what's up? I'm going to make a few taco paninis. Corned beef, little jalapeno. Be right back. Gonna get some cheese. Got some pickles here. This cheese I picked up at this smoked meat place. It's called a fried onion steakhouse cheese. It's phenomenal. I mean, one of my favorite things that I've eaten in a while. Come on with this. All right. Be right with you. I just need some tunes, you know? And these tunes. All right. Sign in. SI Chef Rob at AOL.com. Okay. No, I don't want Iron Maiden. I want some drop kick. Ooh. All right, I'm back. I am back. I just needed some tunes. All right, so you got your corn tortillas, right? Bum, bum. I'm going to put this in the oven. I don't want it out of my way. Best way to be able to work with tortillas, turn your flame on and just heat them up a little bit because they'll be more pliable. So before I get that, let me clear the cutting board off. Here we got corned beef, cabbage, carrots, and potatoes all diced up. I'm going to put that in my liquid because we are having corned beef, cabbage, soup. Wow. I should have used a bigger pot. Oh, that's fine. All right. Okay, now on to, we'll check out the soup. You know, I'm just letting it go because I can't sit here for an hour and talk about my soup. So, what's up? Cutie Cassidy, how are you? Nice, 109 people, loving it, loving it. All right, so taco, panini, corned beef, and cabbage. Real simple. Here we go. I'm going to cut a little wedge of this cheese because I'm going to shred it. So we're going to shred this. This is like a fried onion steakhouse cheese to die for. It's like smoky. It's got little bits of fried onion in it. You can use any cheese you want. Monterey Jack, Pepper Jack, Cheddar, Swiss, Provolone. Even if you want, use American. I don't care. It's your panini. But this is just to get rid of the leftover corned beef and cabbage. So I got my shredded. What else you want to put in there? Of course, we're putting corned beef. So, gonna chop up my corned beef. Now, I got some pickled jalapeno. You don't like cheese, you don't have to put cheese on, cutie, because it's your food. So I'm just doing it so it sticks together. If you look at me, I love cheese. All right, so I got a little jalapeno, got a little cumin, just to hit it up. So there we go. Just gonna toast up some tortillas in the flame. A little pliability. Because we're gonna finish cooking them. I just want to be able to work them so they don't crack. But corn tortillas are my favorite. Flour tortillas are a lot easier, but I love the corn taste. Yeah, you know, it's a preferred taste. Just going to keep this going. You can also microwave them for like 30 seconds with a wet paper towel wrapped around them. 30 seconds, it'll steam all the way through, and then you got those tortillas ready to go. And if you want to keep them warm, if you got company, a little trick I learned from Alton Brown is you get a heating pad, plug it in, turn it on, and put a towel over it, or wrap it around it, and fold the tortillas over in the heating element, in the heating pad with the towel, and it'll keep your tortillas steamed. So what's everyone else doing for Patty's Day? I know it's tomorrow, but today I'm showing you how to do leftover corned beef. Sue me. Yeah, I got my glasses on. I can't help it. I can't see anymore. Yeah, over here it's 5 o'clock New York time, and I chose to do my show at 5 o'clock to 6 because I had my podcast tonight. So I'm home prepping for that. Now I get to talk about this show on Chewing the Fat with Big and Beefy, my legit leftovers. Plus I'll have some food for the other fat co-host, Clemenza Caserta Jr., who I'm sure tonight is going to be saying everything about Italians inventing corned beef, and he's going to make us think that St. Patty was Italian, and he drove the snakes out of Ireland, and blah, 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 blah. But, you know, halfway through the show, we're going to have a little Irish coffee, because I love to drink when I'm on camera. I wish you'd all have one for me. What's up? How you doing? I'm taping myself over here too. So we're getting there. I got 2 more tortillas. We got the Foreman Grill hot. Hey ho, hey dee 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 dee. Whoa! I'm psyched for the soup though. It's a favorite. I make all my leftovers. I make some sort of soup out of because it's just different. I love soup. I have a blog on Tumblr that I haven't done in a while, and it's called The Soup Meister. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna set these up. I don't know if you can really see, but I'll show you because we can't really go that far there without this thing tipping over. So, hey do 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 do. All right, so I'm gonna lay these out. I'm gonna make basically tacos or quesadilla type things. I'm going to lay out some of the cheese, nothing too much because it's going to leak out. Right? Corned beef. You can make small ones. And then just have everyone eat tons of them. But I'm a big fusion guy. I love mixing Mexican with a lot of stuff. How to keep the tortillas from scorching? Well, I had it on low, and they didn't scorch at all. So, we got a little lucky there. I'm going to do some pickled jalapeno on here. Nothing big, maybe 3 on each. You know what I'll do? 4 Mexican ones, and then I'll do a couple of Cuban ones. Which is simple. You know what? Let me sprinkle a little cumin on here just to give it some full flavor. I mean, it's already hot, but I'm going to add a little bit of green jalapeno hot sauce. These will be the hot ones. And a little more cheese on top. And just fold them over, right? And you got your Foreman Grill hot, which is one of the greatest inventions ever. I know a lot of people aren't big fans of it, especially chefs, but I love it. And you're going to put them, it tilts down, so you want to put it the open side up. This way all the cheese doesn't leak out, and then you got no cheese. Something about the bagpipe just gets me psyched. Alright, so while they're going, we're going to do 4. We need a little more cheese. We're going to do 4 Cuban ones. Cuban corned beef ones. Now, Cuban really just means it's, usually Cuban is ham. Cuban is ham, roast pork, and pickles with Swiss cheese. But we're going to use our onion cheese. What else can I put? You know what I have left over too? I have some German brats left over. So you can add anything to these, but I am going to add a little German bratwurst to it to give the double meat factor like you get in a Cuban. All right. Now these people gave me some mustard. I'm going to put mustard on them too, because that's one of the tricks to a Cuban. I get butter really soft and then mix mustard into it, make a compound butter, and then you put that on the inside of your Cuban when you make it, and it bastes it on the inside. It's phenomenal. Okay, so now we got that. A little more cheese. And the trick for a Cuban, pickles. So we're going to just slice like long strips of them. And we'll just lay the strips across the corned beef, taco, panini, Cubans. Let's see how these are going. All right. Kind of steamed. Well, the foreman, the longer you leave it on, the crispier it gets. Got my flipper / icer here. All right, so soup's almost boiling, which is perfect. Let me give that a little stir. This is going to be like a real hearty, chunky soup, kind of. So, all right, these look phenomenal, these Cuban ones. Corned beef Cuban with bratwurst. Nothing Cuban about that. All right. Raise your drinks. How's everyone doing out there? Chef Rob, Culinary Renegade here, doing some leftover corned beef. I got a soup going on now. It's just sauteed onions, chicken broth, beef broth, and then I chopped up the leftover corned beef, leftover potatoes, carrots, and cabbage. Chopped it up fine, dumped it in there, wait for it to boil. Then I'm going to stir in some instant mashed potatoes to thicken it up. We got ourselves an Irish corned beef and cabbage soup, which a lot of you don't know. Everyone says, oh, you know, corned beef is Irish, whatever. Actually, they don't have it in Ireland. That was all the Irish immigrants came here. The brisket was a fatty, low-costing cut of beef, so they used to brine it, and then they would cook the shit out of it, so all the fat would break down, and that's how corned beef came about for the poor people here in America. So, you know, it's really Irish-American, just like Chinese food they don't have over in China. That's an American Chinese food thing. So, I got a taco, jalapeno, corned beef, and cheese taco panini going on. I got right here, I got our Cuban things, and we're going to make a corned beef Reuben calzone. I got the fryer going on over there, and I'm psyched for that. These are a little bit thin, so they're not actually toasting on both sides right now. So, all right. All right, I got 4 of these ready now. And these are just snacks. Yeah, the cheese kind of melted into it a little bit, but you know what we're doing right here. Let that cool down, let the cheese set, and then we're going to taste it. I got some sour cream over there. I'm going to put on our Cuban corned beef and bratwurst taco paninis. Oh, we got a rogue. A rogue. Ooh, that one's going to be nice because it's a little thicker. Got a rogue jalapeno here. So what's everyone's plans for Patty's Day right now? Is it corned beef and cabbage? Is it not? I'm kind of excited for my pizza leftover show. I got a lot of cool things I do with leftover pizza. Okay. The pickles are done. Now what are we going to do? We want to do calzones. And that's easy. Let me just go over to the fridge here. Get yourself some, you know, the biscuits, the biscuit dough. And these things never open up for me. Except when they're in a car on a hot day and then they blow out. Bangers and mash, yeah. Love the bangers and mash. Love the shepherd's pie. I like all shepherd's pie. The one with the lamb is the best, and then people make it with chopped meat and like frozen veg, and that's delicious too. Okay, we'll pickle jalapeno. Okay, so we got some of these biscuits. I use the Grand. You can use whatever you want. Spread them out and do it like a little pizza dough. Press it out so it's like that. Then you can do the fold over, or you can do the double, put it on top. I'm going to do a little fold over. Jamming with the Irish music. So, you got any St. Patty's Day info? We had the Staten Island parade already on March 1st because all the bands, it's the third largest parade in the country here on Staten Island. I don't know why, but it's New York, Savannah, and us. Okay, so that's pressed out. We're going to open up a can of sauerkraut. I'm going to drain it because you don't want any liquid in with your calzones because you're putting them in a deep fryer, and guess what? Yeah, it'll be blowing up in your face. So, got the kraut. Need more shredded cheese. Still going to use this onion steakhouse cheese because I have it, and this is all leftovers. So, Winslow and Boston literally took the day off, roam around the bars. Nice. I got a kilt on right now. Woo! That's how it is here. We got Forest Avenue on Staten Island, and there's probably around 10 to 15 bars in a row. The parade, it's mayhem. I mean, the bars are packed. Cops close it down at 6 o'clock at night because of all the drunkenness. But the trick is you go to the bars on the side streets or the block down, because they can't close them because it's not on the parade route. So all the mayhem moves over. But I got to get to Boston. I used to work in Nantucket, believe it or not, one summer back in '93. And it was pretty cool. Never got to Boston, though, even though I am the Yankee fan. A Yankee fan, not the Yankee fan. Kind of dig Boston, too, believe it or not. But that's cool. You roam around the streets. That's what you gotta do. I mean, I did a little day drinking today at an Irish bar. They picked up the corned beef. I fucking love it, man. Not an alcoholic or nothing, but, you know, it's just fun. You know, Thanksgiving, everyone eats. St. Patty's Day, everyone drinks. So I got more of this corned beef, chopping that up to put inside the calzone. What else do you want in there? Maybe we'll put a little potato. How about that? Because I got just a little bit. I got the sauerkraut subbing for the cabbage. So, you know, it's another favorite thing of mine. I mean, I have it over here, but I won't have time, is egg noodles, right? You saute up. Oh, God. You saute up your cabbage, some onion, potatoes, carrots, and corned beef, and add like a can of like cream of mushroom or something. Maybe a little heavy cream, and toss some egg noodles in that. You can even bake it off with some of those turkey fried onions on top, make a casserole. There's a million things you can do. Everyone just reheats their corned beef and cabbage. Not this guy. All right, so I'm going to take a little dab of mustard on one, just a little bit. Got a little bit of cheese, a little bit of corned beef, 1 or 2 pieces of potato, right? And then a little bit of kraut. And then a little more cheese. And you just fold that over. And you pinch the ends. Like that. So it looks like a little calzone or a hand pie, some people call it. Let me do a couple of more. We got cheese, corned beef, potato, kraut, a little mustard, and then the fold, a little more cheese, and then the fold over. And now we're gonna deep fry these puppies. Let's check out these. All right. You know, it might puncture a little bit, but hell, you know, that shit happens. You can always pinch it to close. They don't have to be perfect, you know. Can we see the food? There it is. I'm sorry if I tilt that a little bit more, the thing's gonna fall over. But I'll show you all of it. So we are making these little calzones. Gonna drop it in the deep fryer. Got 2 of them working. I'll still make some more. And right here, I'm gonna slap on here are the Cuban taco paninis. Now, just going to shut that up. We're going to let this cool. We got a boil on the soup over here. I'm psyched for that. But, let's see. Flip that puppy over. Calzones are looking phenom. I don't want to call them a calzone though. I'll call them like an O'Leary pie. Alright, cheese, corned beef, little potato, little kraut, little mustard, and a little more cheese. And we're going to fold that over. I'll figure this out where you can see a little bit more. I need a better tripod thing. Alright, so we got these little calzone guys, the O'Leary pie. And it's really just those pre-made biscuits from like Pillsbury or anything. And you get these guys. Drop them in the fryer later. And I should... Oh, I got this. Dee-dee-do-do-do-do. Okay, I'm going to do one more. Let's see. See if we can get that down a little bit. Maybe if I put the rye bread. There we go. So I'm using the rye bread as a barrier. Okay, we got corned beef, potato, sauerkraut, more cheese, a little dab of mustard, and we're going to fold over that pre-made biscuit. And, you know, if the kraut gets in the way, it gets a little wet, just fold it over. You really just don't want any of this stuff leaking out, because it can make for a dangerous fryer later experience. And just pinch the ends, right? And what we got I'm going to let these go a little bit more just so you can make sure that they're cooked. Ooh, we got a hole here. Make a couple of more. Cheese, corned beef, potato, sauerkraut, a little mustard, a little more cheese, fold over, crimp, pinch, press, whatever you got to do to keep this mother jumper shut. Even if they get a little holes, you just do like that. And you got one coming out of the fry, well, two coming out of the fryer right now. And they are freaking awesome. So look at these babies. You know, and right inside you got corned beef, cheese, sauerkraut, mustard, potato. You can put whatever you want in the middle of those things. You know, let's make another. You know, who knows? You want a jalapeno in there? Put a couple of jalapenos in there. Put some corned beef. Put a piece of pickle in there. You know, you got no rules here. This is your legit leftover. And you got to put potato in there. And this is going to be If you want to mark it. Mark it if you have jalapeno or something in there, and yep. Give it like just a little tear on the top. Drop that puppy in. We got another delish coming out. Whoa, phone is dropping. So this one popped open a little bit, but who cares? Who cares, man? All right, take it easy, Rizla. Have a good one. Happy St. Patty's Day to you. Okay, I'm dropping those two in. I'm going to make one big one now. Just because I don't have the time. I only have a few minutes left. I got to have my Irish coffee and finish the soup. So we're going to go cheese. We're going to go corned beef. We're going to go more cheese. We're going to go potato. We're going to go kraut. And then we're going to lay this pup on top and just go all the way around. And it's going to be giant. How much you notice it cooking? Did you say earlier that corned beef is brisket that has been put in? Yes, it is. Corned beef is a brined brisket. Now, brine is like what pickles, pickles use. It's basically salt water with a little sugar and seasonings. In this case, it's pickling spices, and that's what gives it the pinkish color. They soak it forever. It turns the meat like a pink, like a pickle. Like if you brine a pork loin and then cook it, when you cut it open, there's going to be a pink ring around it. And it's fantastic. So we got these going. I'm going to flip these pups over. I'm just going to add the rest of the stuff I have chopped to my soup. It's going to be the thickest, chunkiest soup ever. Now, for like an instant potato, anyone, you can use anyone. This one is just you mix it with water, so whatever. Now I needed a whisk, but that's way over there and I'm hooked up. So I'm just going to stir this in. And you don't really want it to thicken everything. You don't want it to turn to mashed potatoes. You're just using it to thicken it like a roux. Because it's corned beef, cabbage, and potatoes. So that'll thicken up. I'll show it to you. I'm going to add a little bit of garlic powder. Season it up. A little onion powder. Oh, my vape juice just fell. Please don't break. Just want that. Okay. A little salt. I like using kosher salt. Morton's is my brand. You don't need a lot of salt because, and a little fresh ground pepper. And don't forget there's beer in that soup. And I'm going to add a little heavy cream just to give it some body, you know. Make it the creamy soup that it is. And we got ourselves a soup right here, ladies and gents. And really, you know, it's not that weird because everything was cooked already. So, these there. I'm going to take some more of these out. So the fryer is a man's best friend because you can do anything in there. Now there's some more. Hey! What a douche. All right. So I'm just going to drop this giant one in there. So we got our tacos. I have my cocktail. I'm going to try one of each of the tacos here. This is, here's the Mexican one with the jalapenos in it, and the cheese. Oh my God. I hope if you didn't eat all day either. Here's a Cuban with the pickle, corned beef, cheese. Yeah, the Cuban. The mustard and the pickle have like a nice bite to it, and the potato like numbs it out a little bit, and then the corned beef hits you. Oh Christ. All right, I'm gonna pop one of these. Oh, look at that. It was like heaven on earth. Oh, those buttermilk. The buttermilk biscuits. Oh. Daddy-o, do-do-do-do-do. Whiskey in the jar. Right, there's the soup. And it's easy because everything was cooked. You're basically just boiling beef and chicken broth, little beer, and then you add all your stuff to it. Man, the Cam, you don't know what Irish coffee is? It's Jameson, a little whipped cream, a little nutmeg on top. It's like, you know what? This needs a little more potato to thicken it. Because I like it thick. I like it really like you can stand a fork up in it almost, you know? Beautiful. Now that is thick. Oh, beautiful. I'm loving this. Because I never eat when I'm home, and now that I have the show, I'm going to eat all the time. Oh my God. It's like St. Patty's Day in a bowl right there. This thing, phenomenal. Serve it on the side of your soup. Mario. Now, you know what? I'll do it in a... Irish whiskey, Irish whiskey. coffee. I'm so in the mood to drink. It's definitely the music. You know what? You could put milk, you don't have to. I'm going to put a little bit of pumpkin spice creamer in there. Mix it up. Oh, the daddy-o. Whipped cream makes it. Some people put green food coloring. That's a no-no. And cream de menthe, I'm gonna put a little. I don't have any fresh nutmeg. I only got some ground. I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of that. White girls! Oh my God, I think they're knocking on my door right now. I'm gonna eat tacos, these Irish calzones. You make them with buttermilk biscuits, Pillsbury, whatever. Flatten it out, cheese, corned beef, potato, whatever you want. Chop up your potatoes and carrots and stuff. I got the corned beef and cabbage soup with instant mashed potatoes to thicken it up. I got Guinness. I got an Irish coffee. I got my taco tortilla paninis going. I got a little, what we got on this one? I got flogging Molly on right now. All right. Well, I only got a couple of minutes left. I want to thank you for tuning in on the first kind of unorganized, legit leftovers, but shit. I got food going. Welcome to my kitchen. I got Chewing the Fat with Big and Beefy at 8 o'clock tonight, 8 to 10 Eastern Standard Time. It's a radio podcast on Blog Talk Radio. Go to my Facebook page, Rob Burmeister, or Chewing the Fat with Big and Beefy. Like it. And we have the links on there. You can listen to us live. Call us live at 347-215-7771. We got Katie from Top Chef, and we got Chef Brett from Hell's Kitchen. 14 this season. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks. Brilliant. First show. I like it. Irish coffee. The booze, the coffee, the whipped cream. This guy always gets, this is my flavor saver. But I really enjoyed being with you guys. These calzones to die. I wish you could be here to eat them with me. But try it out. Leftover corned beef. It's not just corned beef hash and reheating. Or sandwiches. Tacos. You can make your hash. Tacos. Mix it with pasta and a little cream mushroom soup. And like a casserole with egg noodles. You got grilled cheeses. You got the soup. So, legit leftovers, everybody. Every Monday from 5 to 6 Eastern Standard Time, Chef Rob Burmeister, the Culinary Renegade. I love yous all. Thanks for tuning in. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Irish coffee.